Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another Calgary Stampeders game day video post. Up to week number 6 in the CFL Regular season in 2023. Saturday, July the 15th, as the Calgary Stampeders for the second straight week they're on the road. As last week they were in Winnipeg, where unfortunately they dropped a 24-11 loss to the Bombers after having a strong first quarter, dropped down to 1-3 on the season. They're going to be in Saskatchewan this week in Regina to take on the Saskatchewan Roughriders, who are 3-1 coming into this game. However, they won a very, very close one. It was 13-12, I believe the score is right, and it was by one against the Edmonton Elks, and that was after the week before that. It was the overtime loss or win for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. So they're 3-1 right now, while the Calgary Stampeders are 1-3 via 5 p.m. kickoff at Mosaic Stadium in Regina. I do feel right now for Calgary, this is as much win as you can get for July, because right now, being 1-3, the season series is on the line for the Calgary Stampeders, that if they drop this one, they are at a disadvantage with the season series with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, as we have another game with them back at home later in the season. But I also got to look at the BC Lions and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, as the BC Lions and Winnipeg Blue Bombers coming into this week are 4-1 each, and the Calgary Stampeders also dropped one against both of those teams as well. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers could be 5-1 on kickoff because they are taking on the Ottawa Redblacks in Ottawa before the Calgary Saskatchewan game. So already, I'm going to say jockeying for position. The Calgary Stampeders might have to hope for a crossover position in East at this point. But right now, they have still, I like where they stand defensively, and the defense can only did so much last week in Winnipeg. But the offense right now, I think, needs to pick up. We're still wondering where Jake Maier is at this stage, being the starter. Calgary's had its fair share of injuries still with receiving running back, although we didn't sustain any major injuries last week. So we still got Dedrick Mills at running back, and Reggie Bagleton, Mark and Michelle, and Luther Akanavu will at least be back in receiving, and Tommy Lee Lewis, he also makes his debut, so it'll be interesting to see how he fits in the lineup. I mean, we're still without Peyton Logan and Kadeem Carey, and Malik Henry is still out. Malik Henry's done for the year, so Calgary still has to do what they have, but hopefully with a little less rotation at receiving. Maybe Jake Maier would be able to have some more rapport with who we have. Of course, Saskatchewan, I mean, it's Jamal Morrow that the Calgary Stampeders will have their hands full for the running back on the other side. Got to worry about Mario Alford on the returns, and then Trevor Harris, he's also big at putting up yards and in the hostile territory in Saskatchewan. But I think Calgary's going to have to play with some urgency, and if you looked at the first quarter last week in Winnipeg, I think if Calgary could play like that all game, and it was a close overtime loss that Calgary had their last home game against the same Saskatchewan Roughriders, and then the fact that they barely won one, oh, it was Elks taking it Rouge late, maybe Saskatchewan could be right for the taking for the Calgary Stampeders tonight, to at least somewhat keep pace in the tough West Division. But right now, I still say we could be sort of in trouble, but not as much trouble if we win tonight. But that's how I'm feeling right now. As a Calgary Stampeders fan, that I think this is a must-win game just to try to keep pace in the West Division, force a rubber match game between Calgary and Saskatchewan later in the season. Well, they're going to have to do that for Winnipeg and BC as well when they come up with them on the schedule. So after this game, the Calgary Stampeders will be back at home against the Ottawa Red Blacks. That'll be a Sunday evening game on July the 23rd. So I'll be back with a game day video post then. So anyways, like I say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans journey, just make sure you hit like and subscribe, and all my other social media links are down in the description below. It's still been, just hectic or busy that my uploads have still been inconsistent and things just keep getting in the way, but I'll still try to catch up with videos when I can, whenever that is. And also the fact that I'm going to still say that I still have things planned. It's just haven't had time to get around to it, but it is what it is. So I still say appreciate, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. And of course, it's always go Stamps go. I still rather eat my watermelons and wear red. In this rivalry, I wouldn't look as good in green with a watermelon in my head. Anyway, so I'll see you then.